The annual Practical Nigerian Content, PNC, was held in Transcorp Abuja recently. The conference brought together several Nigerian and international oil companies to seek ways of how to improve the Nigerian content in the oil and gas industry. Let's go to the PNC at Transcorp Abuja, where it took place.
The theme of this year's Practical Nigeria Content PNC is re-energizing Nigerian content in today's oil and gas market. The event attracted over 150 industry professionals, both locally and internationally. The Pioneer Executive Secretary, Engineer Ernest Nwakpa, was the chairman of the conference. He said that local content cuts cost and it is essential to the sustainable growth of the industry.
That we need to have the capacity to handle our business, handle our education, handle our technology, and then resolve our problems when they occur. And we need to see local content across all sectors. If we don't go that deep with local content, we're not going to make the required progress.
Welcoming participants, the Executive Secretary, Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Engineer Simbi Kasiyo Abote, said that the board will soon unveil a 5-year roadmap that will chart a new Nigerian content implementation path that will increase value addition in the industry and bring tangible benefits to Nigerians.
We have a 5-year roadmap that will be developed to chart the board's path and bring tangible benefits to Nigerians. I remember when I was asked to develop a strategy for the development of local content in Oman when I was on international assignment. One of the key things that we developed that today is guiding the development of local content in Oman is the development of a clear local content blueprint. So I commit that this board will set up a clear local content blueprint with conscientious and active implementation to see that we take the activities of Nigerian content within the next 5 years to the very next level.
According to him, the board is reinvigorating the development of the Nigerian Oil and Gas Park Scheme, NOGAPS, as part of efforts to domicile manufacturing and involve local businesses.
Some other initiatives that the board has put in place to stimulate the domiciliation of manufacturing and value-adding activities includes the establishment of the oil and gas park that will serve as manufacturing hubs for equipment, components, spare parts, PPE, drilling chemicals, just to mention but a few. The provision of funding support for local manufacturers of LPG cylinders. I wish to emphasize here, I know many people also tell me we've been hearing about your industrial park for a very long time, perhaps since the establishment of the board. One thing I can assure you that this present board is taking a critical look at the requirement for the park, and we still believe it is a project that we must see through, but we must review it to make it really sustainable. So within the shortest possible time, industry stakeholders will hear a lot more about the industrial park development, because it is also very key to the 7 big wings that was launched by the Minister of State and the President a couple of weeks ago. Hence, we will accelerate the process. I am sure in the next couple of days, you will see adverts in the papers in terms of actual construction and site activities for the park to take off.
Other stakeholders of the conference deliberated on various issues and challenges of the oil and gas sector.
Another issue is the Section 57 on the setting up the Nigerian Consultative Forum. We know we have already a committee, Nigerian Advisory Board, that is actually taking issues and advising the board on Section 104, which is the Nigeria Content Development Fund. So we feel that another committee that is standing, we don't know exactly what they will do. We feel that it will be cumbersome for us to have another standing committee when we have the NCCF made up of all the stakeholders. Even they have sectors manufacturing, finance, legal that are working. So if we have an understanding committee, we think it will be cumbersome. Because already we have an advisory committee that is already advising the board on the Nigeria Content Development Fund.
The idea is to correct a lot of things that is in the Act. There are many places in the Act that specifically says indigenous company, and there are places in the Act that says Nigerian company. Any company that registers under KAMA with Nigerian content up to 51% is a Nigerian company. But indigenous company, the share capital, paid up share capital must be owned by Nigerians. You must own assets. Because what Nigerian content is trying to do is encourage ownership of assets, encourage empowerment of Nigerians, encouraging us keeping the money in country, encouraging us to grow, have more people to employ.
In 2010, the Nigerian Energy, Oil and Gas Industry Content Development Act was enacted, and since then, thousands of Nigerian companies have benefited from the Act, and over 38,000 jobs and more have been created. The Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board is mandated to implement the Act in the oil and gas industry of Nigeria. The NCDMB is set up to 1. Retain $10 billion out of $20 billion average annual industrial expenditure. 2. Create over 30,000 direct employment and training opportunities. 3. Establish 3 to 4 pipe mills to service the demands of the industry. 4. Develop 1 or 2 dockyards and increase utilization of existing shipyards. 5. Transform ownership profiles of the marine assets supporting the industry. 6. Integrate indigenes and businesses residing in oil-producing areas. 7. Capture over 50 to 70% banking services, ensuring risk placement and legal services. The board has achieved a number of its targets and is now breaking grounds, leading to trainings and job opportunities in several oil and gas companies. Today, the entire oil and gas industry now imbibe the Nigerian content as their operating guideline. The NCDNB, making Nigerians understand Nigeria Content Initiative and how to key in and benefit from it. Surely, the NCDMB is working. Surely, the NCDMB is building local content capacities in the oil and gas industry.